I imagine so. If Jaheira hasn't gone tearing off into the night. Like most things in life. My thanks to your team. You work well together.
Thank you. You've been a true friend. When we come back, and we will, I'll get to thank you properly for standing beside us both.
Good. Very good. Until then. And thank you, if I haven't said it yet. There we are. The real you. Your affliction, is it? Doesn't rule you, does it? It suits you. And better than that, it'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers. Well, if the Moon Maiden didn't strike me dead for blessing you, she must rather approve of this little alliance. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. I'm sure your god already grants you a great deal, but a little extra never hurt.
I should strike you down where you stand.
He's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died when I died. The man he became, that wasn't the father I knew. The one I loved so very much.
Marcus! Oh, gods!
But if you are who I think you are, I'd be a fool to reject your help. The true soul with, well, a soul. Imagine.
To turn away from Selûne for this. This curse. This disgusting power to corrupt and kill.
But now, he's returned. And he's invincible. Neither arrow nor sword can harm him. What happened to you? Small inn. And it's not every day someone like you comes waltzing out of the dark.
She certainly is. And she always will be, won't she? Gods, I miss her already.
You're the true soul from the gate, right? It's a good thing you were here. I'm Isabel, and we have much to discuss. Myself and Our Lady are doing what we can to hold the line. I hear you and your tadpole will be our offense. And you. If what they say about you is true, you're the only reason most of us are alive. He's fickle, changeable. His devotion is shallow, but violent.
What the hells is this? Aelin left to face that wizard, Lorroakan, was it?
He told me we'd be together now.
Said Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run.
Only a fool would doubt it. Sounds like we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later. Our fates are entwined, more than you may realize. Ketheric's cult put that parasite in your head. There's no obscenity too vile for him. Your trip to the towers, for one, and what you plan to do there. A true soul with a mind of their own.
There you are. What's happening out there? Who was that streaking across the sky?
It's incredibly powerful. We'll have our work cut out for us trying to shift the thing. But I believe you, can do it.
Where's Marcus?
I have something for you. Something that'll help you make it to the towers. It won't be enough to protect you against the areas of utter darkness, though, where the curse is strongest. This lantern should, though.
We'll make our visit brief. Cleric's honor.
Well, if I'd realized, I'd have spared the theatrics. In that case, you should be able to navigate a path straight to your target. That's good. Very good.
In your cage, Aelin.
Who's stomping around up there?
Gone? What do you mean, gone?
So powerful, he may be past our ability to fix this.
For as long as I'm able.
Even Selûne's light can't hold back the dark forever. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. Good. Because your work here is only beginning. On with you. Unless you want to come back to a gaggle of shadow-cursed harpers. And a Sharan one, at that. Ketheric is a frightening man. But you have something he doesn't. Allies worth having. That's fantastic. Well done. Bully for us. Perhaps there's something I can do to help the fight against the Dead Three. The moon is rather good at illuminating darkness, after all.
You can walk among the cult unnoticed. You can get close to Ketheric. Sounds to me like you're the answer to our biggest problem. Right place, right time. When a cleric of Selûne stumbles into a Sharan shadow, she's bound to set it to rights. At any cost. Well, if I'd have realized, I'd have spared the theatrics. In that case, you should be able to navigate a path straight to your target. That's good. Very good. I found this on the wall when I arrived. It must be 100 years old. Ketheric. Before he turned. I am. And I'm glad he's dead. But this is precisely what I want to speak to you about later. It'll keep. I promise. Free from the Absolute's influence. Yet, able to walk among cultists. What? How could some wizard overpower both of you? It's actually quite a story. One I'd love to take a little time to share with you. Perhaps I could visit your camp later? A drink and a fire might help the tale. That was quite the feat. It'd be hard enough to get into the towers unshackled, much less getting back out. Ketheric Thorm was my father. But the years, the decades, the century have taken their toll. She's seen more hurt than we can dream of. Take it easy, You deserve it. This could all be over soon. If you can lend a hand at the towers, I hope you will. Well, now you have two, just in case. Let us join you later. I'm sure we'd have much of interest to say to one another. Bring the true soul. We have much to discuss. I've never known Aelin to slow down, particularly not after a battle. I don't like to go on in front of the others, but it's about Ketheric Thorm. True enough. I won't keep you, but I'm glad to see these people looking so well. Listen, we need time to figure out what the hell's happened. I thought Aelin dead. She thought the same of me. He must wield some kind of divine power, or perhaps demonic. Moon Maiden, help me. Not another. It all feels like recklessness to me. I can understand why he'd want me dead. Without me keeping the curse at bay, everyone in this inn, everyone intent on killing him, is dead too. I'll come with you then. Just in case. Even after all she's been through, she thinks herself unstoppable, invincible. An unfortunate coincidence. I hope never to meet the wicked man who hemorrhaged shadows over this peaceful village. I've heard you might be the person to stop him. With Mistress' sage guidance and Our Lady's protection, I'd say you have a better chance than most. There's no one I'd trust more to protect this city. She has. But time means something different to Aelin than you or I. She once went for a walk and didn't come back for a month. Couldn't understand why I was upset, either. This will block the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, allowing you to traverse the darkness outside. Should Shah's own protection falter, that is. I might take that badly if you hadn't just saved my neck, Sharan. It would be your doom. And mine. Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is... I suppose they didn't defeat him quite hard enough. I will be. And you? We've been waiting. Hoping against hope. For someone like you. It is a tragedy that the Moon Maiden's right was perverted by Shah. Your future was stolen from you. Let me guess. Jaheira sent you to beg a protection spell off her favorite cleric. We need to talk about Ketheric Thorm. She can join the club. It's a long story, but I'll tell it. You deserve to know. You're lying. She can't be saved, can she? My father told me she was gone. It's true, isn't it? Moon Maiden, guide my hand. Oh, joy. The true soul turned out to be a baddie after all. Wait, before you head off into the shadows, there's something else. I'm fine. Mustn't question the Great Shadow Mother, must we? By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land, my home. Imagine our luck. We set up a desperate camp, in the middle of a curse in the heart of an evil cult. And who should emerge from the darkness? But you. And yet, you hesitate. In seriousness, my home needs me. It's still enveloped in Shah's horrific curse. If it can be cleansed, I'll find a way. I need to get her out of there. You aren't the first to threaten me. But I know the eyes of a killer when I see them. You mean me no harm, do you? An experienced cleric can tell such things. An immortal. But it couldn't possibly be. Never mind. It doesn't matter. What matters is you have him in a corner. I can't believe there's an end in sight. Thank you. I'd rather die. There is, actually. Him. Presiding over a court of law. What a joke. I'm glad you got out of there alive. That's more than many can say. Now that you mention it, he was here before Jaheira caught that tadpole she's been using. Why you? It's like the gods custom designed you to sabotage this cult. To put an end to Ketheric Thorm. I'm glad you've made progress. Protecting this inn, well, it takes it out of you. I'll hold out as long as I can. By the sound of things, we'll have a more permanent solution soon. Hold. Who are you? And what are you doing here? I wanted to help her, but she said she fights better when she knows I'm safe. I understand, I suppose. I feel the same about her. But any others who travel with you may not agree. Do it for them, at least. You will need all the help you can get out there. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest shadows, though. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure it out. That is, indeed, the one who purged my home of a terrible evil. My father, Ketheric. You! You're one of them, aren't you? None of us will be safe until that looming horror is defeated. When the time comes, I'll fight at your side. May we be lucky enough to see many more. Moon Maiden, hear me. You're lying. I can't believe it. You helped him, didn't you? You'll be needing the protection spell, I presume. As I was saying, I fell in love with Aelin swiftly. It was as easy as breathing. Curious though you may be, if you're an enemy to Ketheric, you can take your rest here. A traitor? You did it. I knew you would. But there are places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker, stronger. 100 years hasn't changed you at all, my love. As for you, if we aren't to meet again, I'll say my thank yous. And my goodbyes. We've met. He warned me about Marcus just before the attack. Listen, did you learn anything about how we might defeat him? We'll be sure to free them. After Ketheric is dead. Oh. Aren't you looking for a protection spell? The feeling isn't mutual. Ketheric is a liar, Marcus. He'll never give you whatever it is he's promised you. This man, a Selûnite, not unlike myself, had family, friends. And he abandoned them all to become a monster. You're not serious, are you? You did it. You killed him. Ketheric Thorm. My father. Aelin, my angel. Aelin, my angel. Aelin, my angel. You're the key to all of this. Oh, it won't. Then I suppose we'll just forget this little misstep. File it under lessons learned. And that's what makes you essential. And I'm very grateful. But very needy, too. By killing him,
You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
You... What? But she was immortal. How could she... How could you? She is the Moon Maiden's daughter, and you call yourself a Selûnite.
And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it.
I know what this is. You're one of them. Both of you.
The Moon Maiden's silver light is a shield in dark times. Today, it is mine to wield.
But no, there was no opportunity, no chance for him to become infected.
I'll look after them, Jaheira. You should check on the others. No.
Selûne, help you! You're mad!
Hold on.
Where's Marcus?
I am. We all are.
On my life, I wouldn't go near magic so vile. Your future is our future. Stop, Ketheric, and you may find the cure to that parasite in your head.
I wish you luck. The very best of it. While you're busy in the towers, I'll keep the people here safe. If you find a way in, we'll come to your aid. Until then, go well. Be safe. And if you should meet Ketheric Thorm, be careful.
If that were true, why wait to make his move? He'd had every opportunity.
Brave fellow. They say there's no fanaticism like that of a convert. And Ketheric is a convert many times over.
What in the world is going on?
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Only his wicked legacy to undo.
Our Lady of Silver, hear me!
There you are.
Where's Aelin?
This might all be over soon. But Ketheric won't go down easily.
In that case, I owe you a debt of gratitude.
I found Last Light within the shadows, made a shelter there, prayed my father wouldn't find me. You sound like my father. But it was more than that. This was no mere attraction. It was love.
What fools you both are! Ketheric will never give you whatever it is he's promised you.
And you mine. Not many comprehend the task of steadfast faith.
Marcus.
Well, now you have two, just in case.
The true soul who saved my life.
And a Sharon, if my senses don't deceive me.
You may be a Sharon, but you'll still be better off in those shadows with my lady's blessing. Just sit still for a moment, please. Press on! This will all be over soon, and then... My gods, I'm having something very strong indeed.
Well, we live in strange times. Pity. But I suppose you have your path and I have mine. Perhaps they'll meet again. I won't rue the day.
Nice of you to show your colors, true soul. Jaheira will be so disappointed she trusted you. He's a flaming fist. Or was. Came with the others when we created this haven.
I had a safe haven. It was my duty to protect the people at Last Light. If I'd told them I was the daughter of Ketheric Thorm, they might have taken their chances in the darkness.
Why would you lie? What's the matter with you?
I know you'll look out for her. You will, right? Of course you will. I don't fear much. Not even death. But I do fear him. I know you won't.
The beast!
There is, actually. To be perfectly frank, I'm exhausted. It feels a bit as though I've been dropped into another dimension.
Ah, it's you, isn't it? You're the talk of this place, you know? I'm Isabel. And this is not as ancient as you think.
Though if it were my place to ask why she let Ketheric turn, why she allowed this village to rot at his hands. Believe me, I would.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll gather some supplies and head out shortly. Aelin, I can't believe she's alive. Before the day's end, I'll have her in my arms. Incredible.
Go on, then. You can walk among the cultists undetected. You can find the source of Ketheric's power. All things in her strength. That's how the old litany goes, after all.
In her radiance, you are made whole. Moon Maiden, have mercy on this poor soul.
As for why he'd want to take me alive, I don't know. And I don't want to find out.
Aelin, I'm not sure about this. Something doesn't feel right.
You're not the true soul I'm looking for. I'm sorry to say.
You... what? But she was immortal. How could she... how could you?
I'll make it brief. Cleric's honor. If I didn't believe it before, I certainly do now. Only a fool would doubt the Moon Maiden.
A mission! A mission! That Sharan murderer destroyed someone so precious, so good.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
What other sins have you been cooking up?
You did well to help those people escape Ketheric. Every soul saved is a blessing, and you're raining them upon us. You did. How did he seem? I'm grateful to you for bringing me home. I was a fool to resist. I know better now.
Without me, Harper's flaming fist, everyone intent on stopping Ketheric is dead.
I'm Isabel, servant of the Moon Maiden, protector of this inn and those who seek shelter here. Your turn.
What I see is an ally dead, and a stranger standing over his corpse.
All things with her strength. You know the litany. I know Jaheira narrowly escaped his grasp. Have you encountered him yet?
An immortal?
But it couldn't possibly be. In seriousness, I intend to help you fight the Absolute. What lies behind the Absolute, that is. Good luck, and may the Moon Maiden protect you. If you can stand it. We'll be sure to free them, after Ketheric is dead.
Liar! Wicked, wicked liar! Murderer!
Where's Jaheira? So glad you're on our side.
Aelin seems a little subdued since you came back. Did something happen?
Isabel! Thorm! Isabel! Thorm! Isabel! Thorm!
That's my greatest fear.
In that case, you're very welcome here. But I urge you to be careful.
Ketheric is a dangerous man. His devotion to the so-called Absolute has taken whatever nobility of soul remained to him. Get away from me! Now!
I suppose that would be wise. We have a common enemy, after all. Ketheric Thorm. I suppose you're right. Without you, we'd be there still. My father fell so far from light. The shadow of him nearly swallowed us all whole.
Very impressive. Thank you for helping, Aelin. That wizard sounded absolutely dastardly.
Well, I won't make that mistake twice. Heed my cry, Moon Maiden, ever-changing. I had no idea what he'd become until it was too late. I fled from him when I found out, and kept a sanctuary in the shadows, where I met Jaheira. We've met. She warned me about Marcus just before the attack, and a monster he'd become. A Mercolite.
What the hell's is going on?
We've met. They warned me about Marcus just before the attack. It's not a problem most of us have. Refreshingly pragmatic of you. I sense Shah has offered some amount of protection to you already, but... well, no harm in extra precaution, even from a Selûnite. Oh, I am. It's a momentous day. I suppose I need to catch my breath, or the momentum will outpace me.
I must stress how important it is that you defeat Ketheric Thorm.
I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now, said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak, could only run, but I admit that plays second fiddle to helping you. None of us will be safe until the horror behind the Absolute is defeated. When the time comes, I'll fight at your side. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly, but I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural.
I should hope so. I can't imagine what insane course of thought led you to murder someone so dear.
It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers.
Whatever he's done to protect himself is a magic so dark I can hardly fathom it. I'm grateful for your help, your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long, but I'm grateful for a safe place to, well, just to be. Come with you? Where? There is. But perhaps it's time you knew the entire truth. As I listen, we wouldn't miss it. Not for anything. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. There are traitors among us! Marcus and the True Soul! For now, perhaps. But Shar can be fickle, and her love can prove fleeting. Do not turn your back on an advantage you may need, even a Selûnite one. It belongs to Shar. All the more surprising you're interested in lifting it. According to the Harpers, it fell here when they defeated Ketheric, the one who tried to have me kidnapped. May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. Why does a man like him do anything? Power, spite, some kind of twisted personal morality. Perfect. Don't jest. We're all closer to oblivion than you might think. And when we're gone, there'll be no one left to stop Ketheric. So I should just leave her there in that madman's hands? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not ever. It belongs to Shar. All the more surprising you're interested in lifting it. According to the Harpers, it fell here when they defeated, or thought they defeated, one of her disciples, Ketheric Thorm. Why don't we try again, then? Who are you? Almost laughable that he sees himself fit to judge anyone. My lady, what is it? An unfortunate coincidence. I hope never to meet the wicked man who hemorrhaged shadows over this peaceful village. Good nose. Like a nasty little terrier. I don't think you can afford to be picky, no matter how distasteful your god finds mine. Was it? Was it truly? I don't believe that. Not for a second. Good luck. And may the Moon Maiden protect you. An unfortunate coincidence. I hope never to meet the wicked man who hemorrhaged shadows over this peaceful village. I pray only for his end. Speaking of blessings, you'll be needing my protection spell. Let things begin again, as long as you keep the peace in Last Light. Promise not to die, and we'll celebrate with our life stories. It's almost too good to be true. But I'd be a poor cleric indeed not to avail of a blessing when I see one. We're in more danger than I knew. If something happens to me, everyone in this inn is dead. Like that. Moon Maiden, protect and guide you. I pity you. Truly. But I'll leave that to Aylin. I'm sure she will enjoy dealing with you herself. I was hoping to get a quiet moment with you, actually. There are some things I thought you might care to know. Perhaps I could drop by your camp later. Moon and shadow. Light and dark. Divine sisters ever at war. And this place has become one more battlefield. Rest here, if you need. Then finish this. None of us will be safe while Ketheric is alive. Dark forces upon dark forces. So it seems. Speaking of, you must be here for the protection spell, yes? I'm Isabel. And you're meant to save us all, I believe? Jaheira and every fighting body in this place have gone to Moonrise Towers to face Ketheric down. She's waiting for you there. A tadpole? Maiden's milk. How could that be? Not a step closer, Marcus. I'm warning you. Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century. You'll have time for irrelevance when you're dead. For now, we need you. Consider it a backup, in case you lose that lantern. My father said she was gone. I tried to make peace with it, but she was so special. So very dear. Very good. We look forward to it. An unfortunate coincidence. I hope never to meet the wicked man who hemorrhaged shadows over this peaceful village. But you
You're different.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Night song? What do you mean?
Heed this prayer, protect us, Our Lady of Silver.
That's a very good question. I know some parts. Some I haven't quite figured out. But I'd like to tell you everything I know, if you'll have us at your camp later.
As would I. I'll see you later. Looking forward to it.
Ha ha. Perhaps there's something to it then.
By Selûne's light, be healed!
It's an aura. Or lack of one, really.
What did he offer you? Power? Gold? Indeed. I've scouted a Selûnite enclave outside the city. They faced the Absolute's armies and come out battered and bruised. Aelin and I will go to them, provide what help we can.
No mercy. For Ketheric will have none on you. End this.
No, I lost her. No, I lost her. No, I lost her.
That you're an independent, true soul. And you saved this place from Ketheric Thorm. The stories you must be able to tell.
When did you turn?
Why? You jest. Yet, he did seem a ghost to me. A shadow of the father I loved. He resurrected me with magic so foul I nearly retch just thinking of it. It won't be enough to protect you against the areas of utter darkness, though, where the curse is strongest. This lantern should, though. I don't fear death, but this is not our day to die. I trust so. Thank you.
If she makes it back before me, tell her I love her, and I'll see her soon.
Everything Ketheric has touched for 100 years has died. Quickly, by violence, or slowly, by decay. Long dead. Whoever she was.
Selûne. Always Selûne. Always Selûne. Always.
Oh, I don't know. Change my hair color? Buy a horse?
We look forward to it.
I trust you. You had good enough taste to choose Our Lady for a patron, after all. No, I cannot. I simply impart the blessings the Moon Maiden provides me. When we met, it was like a lightning strike. My father wasn't sure about us. She was immortal, after all. But I never doubted. I am a cleric of Our Lady of Silver. Though I suppose you've surmised that much already, my comrade in arms. She's right. Good luck in the City of Judgment. I wish you the best. Sincerely. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. You deserve to know that much. And more. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. What's on your mind? I did. Who would trust the next of kin of Ketheric Thorm? But I have no more secrets. Not so much high as necessary, perhaps. Guilty. The moment I looked at Aelin, I just knew I had to be with her. I was hers. That was it.
My father, my father, my father.
He used to preside over this village. A good man. A respected man who turned to darkness quite suddenly. I've been told. Oddly enough, Sharon, I believe you.
Moon Maiden, heal our allies!
Sharon. Curious. Surely the Night Singer could have shielded all her followers and made this place her domain long ago. Yet she only acts now, and aids you alone. I wonder why.
What? Does this mean she's still alive? I've got to find her. Set her free. Tell me everything you know, please. We need a champion to find the source of his invincibility and put it to an end. And it seems, my not quite true soul, that champion is you. She needs cherishing now. And I'm up for the task. I am a cleric of Our Lady of Silver, the moon goddess Selûne. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Marcus, what's wrong? The true soul who saved my life. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies, for life. I don't mind, though. I've been itching to gut a traitor. Ketheric's out of reach, but here you are, right within striking distance. He began worshipping Shah and raised an army of dark justiciars, right underneath the locals' noses. A coalition of harpers and druids put him down, killed him, and buried him in the Thorm family mausoleum. He can harm her, just as Ketheric did. She'll survive it, but she can suffer like any of us. And for longer. A tragedy. Worse than that. A crime. This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. If you've done it once, no doubt you can do it again. While Ketheric lives, we're all on borrowed time. It belongs to the goddess Shah. According to the Harpers, it fell here when they defeated Ketheric. The one who tried to have me kidnapped. You'd be a bit late to the party if you did. Ketheric Thorm's done for. Or didn't you see that angel carving a path straight towards Moonrise Towers? You can't believe them, Marcus. Ketheric will never give you whatever it is you've been promised. It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing, rest. After all the trouble you went through to free her. Then again, the best defense is a good offense. If we meet again, it will be my pleasure. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait. Do you hear that? Something's wrong. Small inn. My father raised me to serve Selûne, as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. What's going on? If you have something to say, say it. I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. I won't let you go alone. Who knows what this wizard might have planned? Gods! One day you go to sleep and everything's square. And then you wake up and it's a dodecahedron. With tentacles. A true soul. With a soul. Imagine. Frankly, I'm surprised you're willing to help us. Your kind aren't known for their decency, particularly when a Sharan curse is our greatest obstacle. The true soul who's going to save us is a Sharan. Desperate times indeed. The Absolute. Of course. Marcus, is that you? What's happened to you? I wish Aelin would be more careful. I couldn't bear to lose her again. I'll rest a little easier if you do. You fought well against my father. I imagine a rat like Leroican will be nothing in comparison. You defeated the Apostle of Merkel. You mean to tell me this Leroican was stronger than the god of necromancy? I hope you're right. He sounds like a vile, vile man. I'd have liked to get a few licks in myself, honestly. To be family again. To be family again. To be family again. Moon Maiden, guide my hand. The darkness he's subscribed to is unlike any I've heard of. I fear there's something deeper behind it all. Something neither you, nor I, nor even Selûne can fix. You should have seen her before everything. When she'd step off the battlefield, oh, how she glowed. Literally. I won't abandon her. Not again. Never again. Ketheric is a frightening man. But you have something he doesn't. Allies worth having. Your mission is more urgent than ever. I can hardly fathom what Ketheric has become. Free the Immortal and stop him. Please. Thank you. for fighting by her side. It means more to her, to me, than you know. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what. If that's true, then he was right. Let's hope your cunning is as strong as your optimism. You can't go alone. I'm coming too. That doesn't lessen your victory. Well done. Help the others! Hurry! Keeping very well, I hope? As long as I keep channeling her power, this inn stays uncursed. A defense to your offense. End this. Now. We're all counting on you. I've a great number of questions for you in that case, but those can wait until Ketheric is dead. While he lives, we're all on borrowed time. You have? Well, forgive me for gilding the lily. I suppose if Jaheira hasn't gone tearing into the night, there's work to be done there yet. But now that we have you, perhaps we have a chance. You're disgusting! You've killed someone so precious, so good. I knew Shar was wicked, but I'd hoped for better from you. Selûne gave me the power to protect this place, but I can't keep it up forever. Such magic. It's draining. Soon I'll be dry. If nothing else, it can aid any companions who travel with you. Somehow I doubt Shar's largesse was extended to them. Ah, it's you, isn't it? You're the talk of this place, you know. I'm Isabel. Sorry. Don't let Jaheira catch you dawdling. You two. You're like them, aren't you? Absolutists. Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. Our Lady has granted me the ability to protect these people. It isn't a permanent fix, but it's what we've got. Fair, I admit. Marcus waltzing around the place undetected bodes rather ill for our defenses, doesn't it? She's a formidable woman, my Aylin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. I suppose Shar is nothing if not mysterious. We should never have come here. You should never have feigned our friendship. A decision you'll soon regret. There's much I'd like to discuss with you, actually. Perhaps I could join you in your camp later? Needed here more than anywhere. This place is thick with Shar's curse. Can't be easy for Our Lady to penetrate, but she finds a way. Get out of my sight before I do something you'll regret. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aylin is immortal, after all. You can walk among the cult unnoticed, which means you can get close to their leader, Ketheric Thorm in Moonrise Towers. I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. A little time to rest and reflect, and I'll be ready to go at it anew. What say you? What? You're disgusting! A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Our fighting forces, led by the Harpers, have gone straight to the towers to face Ketheric down. I have. You. We've both got a bitter pill to swallow. When this is all over, we can spit it back out. The true soul who's going to save us all. Pleased to meet you. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? I saw them flying. The Path of Light. They seemed headed straight for Moonrise Towers. Call me mad, but I believe you. I could say the same. But perhaps we should save the trivia, till we're on the other side of this thing. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors that plagued my home. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? My poor darling. She's singular among us all. I'm coming with you. I'd like to get a few licks in myself. Aylin! At your service. You deserve to know that much. And more. It'll keep. I promise. It belongs to the goddess Shah. According to the Harpers, it fell here when they defeated, or thought they defeated, one of her disciples, Ketheric Thorm. The true soul who's going to save us all. I'm Isabel. Pleased to meet you. Hear me, Moon Maiden. Maybe she was waiting for one of us to find this place ourselves. Free will and all that. That's incredible news. I won't ask for the specifics as to how you uncovered that, but I'm grateful you've done whatever it takes. I'll stop needling you, though. You have more important things to do, after all. I hope Aylin's all right. Can't wait to have her in my arms again. Not on purpose. Or not with the intent to deceive. I've been trying to make sense of it all. Our Lady has always admired the Morning Lord. Let's hope you prove her right. I didn't realize I had an audience. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. When you don't have eyes in the back of your head, it helps to have allies. Allies like you. You're here for the protection spell, right? Come on, let's get you fit for purpose. Moon Maiden, hear me. Protect the woman we both love so very dearly. As you know, Ketheric Thorm was my father. I'd say the same about you, if I hadn't just seen you fight against Marcus. I'm willing to put my doubts aside. Perhaps you can too. Sometimes life forces us to choose sides. Luckily, sometimes the choice is obvious. Now that we have you, I hope I won't have to. Pull the right prick, and the whole tower goes tumbling down. I have my reasons. And anyway, there are civilians to protect. Without me, this inn would fall to shadow.